Northern Catalonia is a term that is sometimes used, particularly in Catalan nationalist writings, to refer to the territory ceded to France by Spain through the signing of the Treaty of the Pyrenees in 1659. The area corresponds approximately to the modern French département of the Pyrenees Orientales. The equivalent term in French, Catalogne Nord, is used nowadays, although less often than the more politically neutral Roussillon. Sometimes French Catalonia can also be used. Geography. Northern Catalonia forms a triangle between the Pyrenees to the south, the Corbière to the northwest and the Mediterranean Sea to the east. The Roussillon Plain in the east, by far the most populated area, is formed by the floodplains of the Tet and Ali rivers. The districts of Vallespir and Conflent cover the upper valleys of the Tech and the Tet respectively. The massif of the Canigou, 2,785 meters, dominates much of the territory. The climate is of the Mediterranean type, with hot, dry summers and winters which are relatively mild, at least on the Roussillon Plain where snow is rare. The city of Perpignan accounts for over a quarter of the population, over one-third if its urban area is taken into account, and is the only major administrative in-service centre. Major road and rail links run north-south through northern Catalonia between France and Spain, while a railway line also links Perpignan to La Tour de Carol via Prades. Cerdagne. Note: Cerdagne is geographically distinct from the rest of northern Catalonia, lying to the south of the Pyrenean watershed in the upper valley of the Segre. It is a mountainous and sparsely populated district, even taking into account the town of Llívia, which forms an enclave resting under Spanish sovereignty. The district lies on the most direct route between Toulouse and Barcelona, and a railway line still links the two cities via La Tour de Carol. Administrative history. Spanish Marches and County of Barcelona. Northern Catalonia formed part of the Spanish Marches, established by Charlemagne as a buffer territory against the Moorish forces. As such, it was divided into feudal counties, Rosselló, Vallespir, Conflent north of the Pyrenees and Cerdagne to the south. By the end of the 9th century, these counties had gained de facto independence from the Carolingian kings and operated as princely states. As the seigneury of the counties became hereditary, the total number of Catalan counts fell steadily. One individual often had the charge of several counties, but these were not always transmitted on the basis of primogeniture. Hence Count Miró II the Young, third son of Wilfrid I the Hairy, inherited the counties of Cerdagne and Conflent from his father in 897, and the counties of Besalú and Vallespir from his elder brother Suñer I when the latter became Count of Barcelona in 911. The Counts of Rosselló, in alliance with their cousins the Counts of Empúries, tried to resist this dilution of their power. However, the Counts of Barcelona steadily gained suzerainty over the other Catalan counts, a process which was virtually complete by the 12th century. The last Count of Rosselló, Gerard II, left his title to the Crown of Aragon on his death in 1172 to prevent the territory passing to his illegitimate half-brothers. Crown of Aragon and Kingdom of Spain. Royal administration in Catalonia under the Crown of Aragon was organized on the basis of vegueries, under the charge of a vicar appointed by the King of Aragon as Count of Barcelona. In northern Catalonia, the vegueries followed closely the boundaries of the old counties. The district of Capsa was a sotsvegueria, based around the castle of Puigbalador, but subordinate to the vegueria of Conflent. The Treaty of Corbeil of 1258 confirmed the frontier between France and Aragon as the Cerberus, leaving the Occitan district of Fenelada to France. On the death of King James I the Conqueror in 1276, northern Catalonia was combined with the Balearic Isles to form a new Kingdom of Majorca. which passed to James II, while the rest of the territory of the Crown of Aragon passed to his brother Peter III. This division satisfied neither branch of the family, and the Kingdom of Majorca was retaken militarily by the Crown of Aragon in 1344. After the Treaty of the Pyrenees and cession to France, the Treaty of the Pyrenees of 1659 ceded northern Catalonia to France, where it became the province of Roussillon. The French provinces were abolished at the Revolution, and Roussillon was joined with the district of Fenouilles to form the département of the Pyrenees Orientales, with Perpignan as its administrative centre. Present day, the département of the Pyrenees Orientales is divided into the arrondissements of Céret, Perpignan and Prades, which are further divided into cantons and communes. Perpignan and 16 surrounding communes are also associated in the Communauté d'agglomération Tête Méditerranée, created in 2001. Enclaved in the southwest of the département there is the Spanish exclave of Livia. As is common, the present-day arrondissements do not correspond to pre-revolutionary boundaries. The arrondissement of Prades covers the whole of Haute-Cerdagne and Conflent, as well as about a third of Fenelada. The arrondissement of Céret covers the whole of Vallespire but also the Côte-Verme, which was historically under the control of the counts and veguers of Rosselló at Perpignan. Catalan writers sometimes speak of the comarques of northern Catalonia. Unlike the autonomous community of Catalonia, these comarques have no administrative significance, although they usually correspond to a certain historical and geographical unity. A commonly used division is that of Joan Bacate in his 1977 work Atlas de Catalunya Nord, which follows closely the boundaries of the former vegueries except insofar as it promotes the former Sotsvegueria of Capsa to a full comarca. Languages. French is the only official language in France as a whole and in these municipalities. Catalan, in its northern Catalan variety, is recognized as a regional language only by the region of Languedoc-Roussillon. It then benefits from cultural support in education and in public medias, with some more regional power since the laws of regionalization of France during the 1980s. It is estimated to be spoken by a quarter of the population, but understood by a higher percentage. In 1700, the government of Louis XIV prohibited the use of the Catalan language in official documents, although the government only irregularly enforced the edict throughout the 18th century. In the 1950s, after centuries of being forbidden in education, the Catalan language was permitted to be studied for 1 hour per week in secondary school. In the 1970s, the Arles Association and La Bressola network of private schools started to offer complete bilingual French-Catalan classes from nursery up to secondary education. On December 10, 2007, the General Council of the Pyrenees Orientales proclaimed Catalan as one of the languages of the department, alongside French and Occitan, with the goal to further promote it in public life and education.